Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back for another Halloween horror movie review. I got two for you today because I watched two today, and since they're both just barely over an hour, it's like watching one movie, and I get to spread it out. But right off the bat, I got to thank Mark from Mark's Genre Mixer for hooking me up with the werewolf, the 1941 Lon Cheney Jr. edition or version. He did like 6 different Wolfman movies, which I think I'm going to actually try to get them all on DVD, some sort of box set or something, because that was his baby, and I developed a quick and instant respect for his style, his demeanor, his character, his overall skill at acting, and he just seemed like a fun guy throughout the movie until the bitter end, of course. But not such a bitter end, because he comes back for 4 or 5 or more sequels, including an Abbott and Costello special that I got to watch before the end of the month. But for those of you who aren't familiar with the 1941 version by Kurt Siodmak and produced by George Wagner for a whopping $180,000 back in the 1940s. That may not seem like a lot today, but I'm certain it was. But I don't think. I think it would be something like maybe $18 million today. Maybe plus or minus a little bit. I don't know. But it was a real fun movie. It had some greats in it. Claude Rains, who played the Invisible Man. Bela Lugosi. So much. They loved Bela Lugosi so much. His character's name was Bela. He was a Romani gypsy fortune teller who, spoiler, I know it's almost 100 years old, but he bites Lon Cheney. And that's how he becomes a werewolf. The gorgeous and stunning Evelyn Ankers, just a class act. Everything was so classy about the era from these movies. The way everybody dressed, they always dressed up for everything. No t-shirts and blue jeans then. Even though they did exist, I'm certain, but you never see anybody dressed like that at all. Just classy all the way. A really fun movie. And then I followed it up with Borris Karloff's The Mummy. While I didn't enjoy it as much, I know it will grow on me, as well as the other many sequels to this movie in 1932 for a whopping $196,000, where Borris Karloff plays Imhotep, and later he becomes you just watch the movie. The makeup was so horrible and not didn't look bad, but it was such an extensive process that he only wore it for just a few minutes in the film, and then from that point on he's got a little bit different, easier makeup process. But I noticed something between both this movie and Dracula. They had this really neat special effect. I'm sure it was probably just a mirror and something really cheap and cheesy, but they had this way, because it was black and white, they did this thing with the eyes of Bela Lugosi and Borris Karloff to make their eyes look really supernatural by, because it's black and white, they flash like light into their eyes, and it probably wouldn't work today in the same way in color, but it really made their eyes look much creepier, and it was a really neat little effect, considering that there were very few special effects other than, like fire and the makeup, which in both movies was award-winning. My favorite part of this movie was actually the actress Zeta Johann, who had the voice of Judy Garland, and some facial features very akin to Pat Benatar. I don't know why I kept noticing that, but I was trying to notice certain things in order to be able to, help other people find other people. So I noticed these things about her, and she had a very, she basically stole the movie as far as I was concerned. David Manners was just an absolute, just a wuss, for the love interest of her. He really was not even two-dimensional. He was like just there, to be the guy, and it was really all about her as far as I could tell, at least this movie. Later on, I don't know if she's in any of the sequels, but she really stole the show, and I'm going to give the win to Lon Cheney and the Wolfman, in this, head-to-head battle, which one I liked more, but I am going to try and watch as many of both of the sequels of both franchises, if you will, of these characters, because they were definitely very interesting, and I could easily see how the Egyptian theme and mythology would make for a great chill game, especially with Creature Feature playing a mummy, because it's one of the undead that's, once they get rid of the bandages, they seem the most kind of, close to a human, just with supernatural powers, versus the vampire and the werewolf, and obviously the ghost. But in any horror game, I could see getting more bang for your buck out of the Egyptian mythology as opposed to the werewolf. It's only going to get you so far in the games, like a couple encounters with werewolves and you're done. But the Egyptian mythos could carry an entire campaign. But that's what I have for you guys this morning. I will be back this evening with either a paint and chill stream or probably just a paint and chill stream, regardless of who shows up, because I have some more painting to do. Hopefully my new paints will get here tomorrow, so that I can finish up what I'm working on in time for Brian from Weird World War II's painting challenge. But everybody else out there, go catch one of the Universal movie monsters. They're free. Actually, I had to pay for The Mummy, which was really kind of weird. $4. It was worth the rental to get to see it, because I don't think I've ever seen it before, and there's a whole bunch of other places to go and other Universal movie monsters out there. Bride of Frankenstein's coming up for me, and I'm not sure what else. Maybe I might do The Invisible Man, or Phantom of the Opera, or The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't know. Why don't you guys put in the comment section if you guys have seen them, which one you think I would like the most. Maybe I can do another, head-to-head kind of thing, since they're all so ridiculously short. 73 minutes. That's just. I'm spoiled. I'm used to 2-3 hour movies. But anyways, have a great day. I will see you guys later, and as always, happy trails.